Uncle Rick from Alaska. We are so thankful for the many times hearing your clear singing voice and your wonderful laughter. Sending our love on your birthday from the Alaska Buckeyes.
Happy birthday, Uncle Rick. Wow, 93. This is Becky, your niece. I remember celebrating many birthdays together with you, as our birthdays are only a day apart. I only wish I could be there in person to help celebrate this year. You and your family were always so good to me. When I was growing up, you really were my second family. I have so many warm memories of your family from our many Thanksgiving gatherings, summer vacation at your home, and many weekend visits that I made to you and your family while I attended Ohio State. We had such fun playing games like sardines and dictionary, and you teaching me how to play King's Corners at your big dining room table. You always had a warm smile for me, and I can still hear your unique chuckle that always put me at ease. So happy birthday, Uncle Rick. May this special day be rich and warm with family and friends.
Happy 91st birthday to Brother Rick. We, Ken and Jane, thank you for enabling our shipboard romance, leading to 60 years of marriage so far.
Thank you, Rick, for ordering in 1958 a new Renault Dauphine from Paris, France.
As Jane was to drive it to you in Detroit from the docks in Quebec, your parents suggested she have the companionship of an Oberlin classmate.
I chose Ken Cheek.
Happy birthday, Rick, from Ken and Jane.
Smile.
Hey, Dad, it's your son Carl, and we're all here, the whole family, to give you a nice message of how much we appreciate and love you. I'm going to start, and I'm going to say how much I really appreciate the model that you've always been for me of how to treat people well, to show respect to others, and just be supportive of this wonderful family that you and Mom have had. And I know that I and all the other siblings really appreciate everything you've always given to us.
Hi, Rick. It's Janine, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate how you welcomed me into your family. I always felt accepted and celebrated for the marriage to Carl. And when we were first married, we had several trips to visit you and Liz when you lived in New Jersey. And we took a lot of drives, and that's when I first learned about your love and your expertise of geology. And I'll tell you, I will never look at a rock cut again in the same way. So anytime I'm driving on the highway and I see a rock cut, I always think of you.
Okay. Hi, Grampy. It's Amelia. I hope you're having a good birthday. Some of my favorite memories that I share with you is first when we went to Yosemite together. I remember we were at Glacier Point, and it was so beautiful. You have this one picture of me, you, and Liz right at the peak of the Glacier Point, the wonderful view. That was amazing. And also, I always love telling puns with you because your laugh is so contagious.
Hi, Grampy. It's Sam. My favorite memory of you is when we would just talk. You were always a great listener and always ready to tell a joke as well.
Hi, Grampy. It's Henry. I always loved playing cards with you, and you're a great multiple solitaire player.
So we love you, Dad, and happy 91st birthday! Yay!
We're so glad you're still enjoying being with us and singing songs and telling us puns all the time. One of my favorite memories is playing cards with you and a lot of the family, and I have to say that it was always a little frustrating that you would beat me at solitaire and some of the other games we played, but now finally I can beat you. Isn't that silly? All your kids want to do is be able to beat their dad at cards. All righty. Happy birthday. And we'll see you soon. This is Amy, your favorite middle daughter. Bye.
I'm making this to wish you a happy birthday. I hope you're well. I hope you're able to have a joyful day. And I'm going to share my favorite memory with you. I had to look this up, but the board game called Othello, I have fond memories of us playing rounds and rounds of Othello over and over. So I hope you're doing well. I look forward to seeing you again in person, hopefully soon, once this whole crazy pandemic is over. So happy birthday. All right.
Hello, Richard Brownell. This is your number one son, Art Brownell. As you can see, I'm reading a book, The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien, which leads to my favorite childhood memory of you reading out loud to me and my siblings. And the list of books that you read us was simply amazing. I believe you may have started with the Just So Stories by Kipling, Winnie the Pooh, eventually The Jungle Book, also by Kipling, The Hobbit, the rest of the Tolkien trilogy, the Narnia series, The Phantom Toll Booth, A Wrinkle in Time, and there's probably a few others. And the way you read with your narrator voice, the various character voices, the pacing, timing, it was impeccable. And one of my favorite memories is when I was 5 years old, you read the Winnie the Pooh story about Piglet and Pooh trying to capture the heffalump. And when Piglet thought he had caught the heffalump in their trap, you exclaimed in your high, squeaky Piglet voice, "Ahifa, ahifa, ahifa, ahifa!" And I was so enchanted, I believe I was rolling on the floor in laughter, and you may have extended it just because you were getting such a good reaction. It's one of my favorite memories. By the way, I am sitting in the very chair that you read most of these books in the living room in Columbus. It's been reupholstered, but this is the chair. And I'm so happy you've made it to 91 years old. I love you, and I wanted to also to show you this picture of a handsome Bell Labs engineer taken in 1977. So happy birthday, and thank you again for the wonderful memories.
Hi.
Hi, Richard.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have 2 memories to share. I've written them down so that I actually say what I intend to say, so I'll be reading them. 2 memories. The first is from the living room at 35 Churchill Road in Hamden, Connecticut. I remember enjoying having my Richie and Daddy swing me back and forth, holding my arms and legs. They talked about tossing me out the window. And then, toss. I was on the couch. It was fun. The second memory is from the Quonset hut that Rick and Liz lived in, where I was intrigued by seeing Rick pull the bed up to the curved ceiling, revealing a suspended desk. The desk remained flat, and only the bed tipped. Papers could be stored on the desk. So clever! Such a wonderful use of space. And Rick made it! My Richie is fun and inspiring. Tom and I wish you a happy birthday, Rick.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hi, Rick. It's your daughter, Nancy, and your grandchildren, Joanna and Lee. We're here to wish you a very happy birthday. And Joanna's going to start us off with a memory.
Yeah, a memory I really treasure is you reading Just So Stories to us when we were kids.
And which one did you like best?
The Elephant's Child.
The Elephant's Child, oh best beloved. So I wanted to say that I remember how you often had the Doyle Carney opera recordings of the Gilbert and Sullivan operettas going in the house. And I learned many of the songs from those by listening to them when you were listening to them. And I still enjoy listening to those songs because of your tutelage. So I'm very happy about that. I know other people have already mentioned the wonderful games of Othello, which I also remember playing with you after dinner. And as Joanna mentioned, I also have very fond memories of you reading to me as a child, including The Hobbit and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and all sorts of books. Ooh, and The Wind in the Willows. And those still remain favorites of mine. So thanks for instilling a love of music and a love of reading. And we want to just say, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grampy. Happy birthday to you. Love you. Bye.
Hi, Rick. Happy birthday. You're 91 today. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true. Always when the things we've had need a helping hand, I will understand. Always, always. Days may not be fair. Always. That's when I'll be there. Always. Not for just an hour. Not for just a day. Not for just a year. But always. Happy birthday.
Very nice. And there's some birds, which is where we are, watching birds, which Liz loves to do. Happy birthday.
Happy.
Hi, Dad. I'm recording a happy birthday video from a message from Dot Bone, Liz's oldest sister. She wrote me a note and said, I hear that Rick Brownell is about to celebrate a 91st birthday. How did that happen? I remember a young man who was headed for a PhD in engineering. He fathered his first daughter and son living in a small Quonset hut. Only 2 small bedrooms, small kitchen, and he arranged an elaborate pulley system to pull the master bed up to the ceiling during the day so the room could also be a study. Amazing. Now there are 5 very special grown-ups and many grandchildren. Bravo, happy birthday from Dot Bone.
You're on.
Hello, Rick. It's Mark Aker, and I'm reminded of all the times we went out to see a big sky view, and we'd look at the clouds, and we'd look at the big view and have a great time, and then we'd have to go bird watching with Liz and Gail. So I hope you have a great birthday, and we love you a lot. Bye.
There's the sky.
I remember Uncle Rick, when we used to visit in Livingston, New Jersey, and he had a great big map on the wall that was of the New Jersey geology and of the hills and ridges that we drove over to get there from Orangeburg, New York. He was also, what I appreciate about Rick, Uncle Rick had a love for Jeff's sculpture, and he chose pieces that were all different kinds of stones because of his love of geology and appreciation of Jeff's artwork. Happy birthday, Uncle Rick. Love, Kira.
Hi, Rick. This is your niece, Polly Hayes, and I just want to wish you happy birthday. And a memory I'd like to share with you is from quite a few years ago now, sometime in the 80s, when you and Liz were hosting Thanksgiving in New Jersey. And I came and was telling tales and showing pictures from some of my adventures out west, probably some of my jobs in national parks. And you wondered how I got the sky so blue in my photographs. And it was funny because that's just the way the sky was. I didn't really do anything to make it blue, but it was just a really interesting learning for both of us about, I guess, about the atmosphere. There's less moisture in the west, and the sky is just bluer all the time. So anyway, that's one thing I thought of when I was remembering back some of my experiences with you. And I haven't seen you for a few years now. I do remember the last few times I got to visit with you, how warmly you welcomed me and how delighted you were to see me. And that's just a really fond memory. So really like to wish you happy birthday.
Hi, Dad. This is your daughter, Gail, your oldest daughter, Gail. I'm wishing you a very happy birthday this year. You will be 91 years old on January 26th, which seems amazing, but then again, I can't believe that I'm 63 years old. So there you go. It's been wonderful to be your daughter. I remember all the ways you taught me to think, and you showed me how you analyze things. And I think we even went through some graphs and things you've done. I remember finding a graph you did when you were buying a car where you compared all the features of every car that you were thinking of buying, and it made me smile. I also remember all the magazines you had and read and had in the living room and had in your study, and I would often read them as well. And I specifically remember something about outdoors. You like to take us outdoors at night and tell us to turn off the flashlights because our eyes would adjust to the dark and we could see the stars. So thank you for all those wonderful experiences, Dad. I love you very much. I love all the hugs you've given me over the years, and I hope to give you a hug again soon. Love you. Happy birthday.
I am.
Okay.
Hey, hi, Rick. This is your brother-in-law, Dan. And one of the things I remember about you is that you were such a great teacher, and you were always prepared. And one of your preparations was always to have plenty of writing utensils so that you would be able to write things down, make your to-do list, your ideas. And I've followed that ever since I've known you. And this is the result. My own pocket protector.
Hi, Rick. This is Susie Darrow, and I'm Dan's wife. I remember being in your Quonset hut at Yale University in 1960. And while we were there, they were visiting you and Liz. A big thunderstorm came up, and you got Gail, who was 2 years old at the time, and you went outside to enjoy the lightning and thunder, which I always thought was a really neat way to teach her to not be afraid of the lightning and thunder. But I also remember very much you sharpening your carving knife every Thanksgiving that we were in Ohio visiting with all the rest of the Hayes family. But we hope you have a wonderful birthday, and number 91 is pretty good.
Hey, Rick, this is Kathy, and I'm Dan and Susie's daughter. And one of my favorite memories of you is when I last visited with you and Liz in California. You taught me how to play the game Othello. And I really enjoyed the game, but you beat me all 3 games. So I'm hoping that I can visit with you again sometime and have better luck playing Othello. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.